Well, the way forward for the Muslim nation is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لِمَنْ شَاءَ مِنْكُمْ أَنْ يَتَقَدَّمَ أَوْ يَتَأَخَّرَ. God openly says that whoever wishes amongst you can move forward, or whoever wishes can stay backward. If we are fully determined that we must move forward, then our move forward must be in the light of the divine guidance, in the light of the Quran, and in the light of the life of the Holy Prophet, and in the light of the Khulafai Rashid. Now these are the three important issues which we must have the knowledge. Most of us end up in the turmoil and in turbulence and are lost because we have not committed ourselves to the guidance, committed ourselves to the acceptance of the guidance to move forward. We, in many parts of the world, have committed ourselves how to exploit the guidance and deceive the people. Now, if we take the life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, Al-Amin, the trustworthy, As-Sadiq, the truthful one, and God declaring, Qul Sadaqallah is the truth, that if we lay the foundation of our move forward on the truth and honesty and on selflessness, remove the selfish element from ourselves and bring in the interest of the nation forward, we will certainly be moving in the right direction. The other thing is, if we look at the land which is under the control of the Muslims, it is millions of miles, square miles under our control. If we look at the natural resources, oil, gold, wheat, rice, water, they are vast resources are in our country. If we look at the manpower from Africa to Arab countries, Asia, Southeast Asia, going all the way into Russian states, such a vast manpower available to be employed to perform their labor work. Now, until you see, we come up with the idea of negotiation, until we come up with the idea of cooperation, and with the idea of fairly distributing the wealth so that people can benefit. We may have on a country level some projects and other things, but we have not got at Ummah level, at a broader, vast level. Now the incompetency and parochial leadership has created a state of isolation. Our way forward cannot come until we have competitive leadership, because in the competitive leadership there are chances that better things come into light and better ways. For instance, if we realize that our leaders have to sit with Western leaders, our leaders have to sit with leaders of other faith, not just because they are Muslim they will be treated as royalty, but because they can put forward the Islamic ideas and Islamic requirements to other nations in a better way, and we are respecting them from that angle, and other nations are also welcoming them. That would be a quality of leadership. I cannot really understand Gandhi, for instance, a leadership of India gaining the liberation from the Britain. He only had one staff in his hand and one sheet around his lower part and one on the top. But he had defeated the superpower. He defeated their objectives through his idea in philosophy, not through the force. So there are times when ideas in philosophy carry greater weight and greater power than the power of arms. And we need to come up with greater ideas and greater hikmah, which the Quran says that hikmah is an important part of the life. So Muslims can actually gain their ground and they can play a major role in the world of today. But the way forward must be that they must be prepared to let their leader go into the arena. If he doesn't throw him in, like the Romans used to throw the gladiator into the field and see who is the strongest man. So we need to weigh out whether our speakers can speak out with wisdom, they can speak out with respect, they can speak out which is accepted by other leaders, and in competitiveness to them present our ideas. So then when they are compatible and we put our hands behind them that here are the men which deserve our support, then we Muslims will find a way out. But if people are coming through the force, through the back door, through suppression, through the power of the guns, and then holding us back and just coming on the standing in front of the cameras with half a dozen or a dozen micros looking important, then that way, unfortunately, we will not be able to earn respect in the sight of the Western leaders.
Thank you very much for those valuable insights into the leadership of the Muslim community today. Well, as we see, there are many challenges and many changes are required and determination, and we can only pray that the Muslims will be open to all these suggestions and all the blessings of God, and that ultimately they will find a proper direction. Thank you very much for giving us some indication of possibilities.
Thank you, Dr. Saab, and may God bless you.